So friends, in this presentation, we shall discuss what all protections is available to the customers in case we are not efficient in our services, right? And due to which a customer suffers maybe any mental agony or maybe any financial loss or anything. So he has various platforms to complain against, right? So we shall discuss one by one what all those platforms are. So customer is very much aware, so we have to be very careful in case he lodges any complaint against us. First, to bank's brand will take a hit, and if bank's brand takes a hit, then bank will hit us, right? So this is very essential to what all platforms are available, so that we are best in providing services to the customer. So continuing from there, we'll in this session we'll discuss about citizen charter. Right, this is again given by the bank to the citizens, commitment to the customers. Learn about the banking ombudsman scheme, what the scheme is, what it does. Learn about Consumer Protection Act, COPRA. Then learn about RTI, Right to Information Act. The customers are today very technically advanced and very intelligent. They know how to get work done, right? So it's better never to give them a chance so that they have to complain against us. Learn about the banking codes BCSBI, Banking Codes and Standards Board of India. We call it BCSBI. Now, what is Citizen Charter? Helps in explaining the customers, the bank's commitment and responsibilities along with the redressal method. So we have various escalation metrics in our bank, specifies the obligation on the part of the customers for healthy practices in customer banker relationship, promotes for fair banking practices, gives information in respect of various activities related to customer service. So charter, it's a commitment from the bank to the customers to provide better customer service, irrespective of gender, caste, creed, or any bias. So citizens charter helps in displaying the business hours, public dealing hours, attending to all customers present in the banking or at the close of business hours. So all the customers, as per rule, all those customers who have entered the premises before the time is off are to be attended. We cannot just say time is ended. I will not be able to provide services. Separate for inquiry or may I help you counter, right? Offering nomination facilities to all deposit account holders and safe deposit locker holders. Displaying interest rates for various deposit schemes on the notice boards in the web branches. Displaying change in interest rate. So we have electronic system also providing details of various deposit schemes, rate of interest, norms for various banking transaction services, paying interest for delayed credit of outstation checks. Now it's very rarely does this happen because of centralized banking system. Providing complaint and suggestion box at the branches premises, displaying names and addresses of the regional, zonal, and central offices, as well as nodal officer dealing with grievances and complaints. Also CV or Chief Vigilance Officer, his name and address, email ID is also provided, must be provided in the branches. So safeguards for customers are citizen charters helps in safeguarding following terms: checkbooks, passbooks, PIN, passwords, specimen signatures, internet banking operations. Availing of ATM, ECS, NEFT, ET, RTGS services etc. offered by the bank. Paying of interest, installments, locker rent, other dues on time. So some of the common areas of customer banker relationship are deposits, right? Here banks is a debtor and customer is a creditor. Advances, customer is a debtor, banker is a creditor. Remittance services, collection services, foreign exchange, nomination, right? So principal and agent relationship, e-products, ATM card, service charges, time norms for transactions, extended business hour, banking hours, banking ombudsman scheme 2006, redressal of grievances and complaints, and KYC documentation. These should be provided for a good customer and banker relationship in the branches. So what is Banking Ombudsman Scheme 2006? Let us see the features of it. I'll just speak out and we'll discuss in detail in other videos also. Banking Ombudsman scheme enables an expeditious and inexpensive forum for bank customers for resolving complaints related to certain services rendered by the bank. So Schedule 8 consists of all the services that can be heard by the Ombudsman. And the scheme was introduced under Section 35 of Banking Regulation Act 1949 by RBI with effect from 1995. So 35A of Banking Regulation Act 1949, Banking Ombudsman was formed. So he is the senior most official appointed by RBI to redress customers' complaints against deficiency in certain banking services. As on date, 21 banking ombudsmen have been appointed. They are dealing with digital banking with their offices located mostly in state capitals or other areas also. All scheduled commercial banks, regional banks, scheduled primary cooperative banks are covered under the scheme. Banking ombudsman can receive and consider any complaint relating to following deficiency in banking services, right? Non-payment, in-order delay in payment of collection of checks, non-acceptance without sufficient cause for small denomination notes tendered for any purpose. Maybe he's not the customer of the branch, but he can get his notes exchanged. Non-acceptance without sufficient cause of coins tendered for changing of commission, right? Charging of commissions. Non-payment or delay in payment of inward remittances, अगर delay कर दिया तो there may be a loss due to exchange rates in the foreign currencies. Failure to issue or delay issue of draft. Non-adherence to prescribed working hours. Failure to provide a delay in providing a banking facility other than loans and advances promised in writing by the bank or its direct selling agents, DSAs, right? One can file a complaint before Ombudsman if reply is not received from the bank within period of 1 month, either online or offline. Bank rejects the complaint, then he can log in. Otherwise, bank can give a reply, and the customer is not satisfied, he can complain to the Ombudsman scheme. If the complainant is not satisfied by the reply given by the bank, a complaint will not be considered if one has not approached the bank at the first for redressal within 30 days. Minimum notice has to be given to the bank or the branch. One has not made any complaint within 1 year from the date one has received the reply of the bank. If no reply is received, if it is more than 1 year and more, 1 month from the date of representation to the bank, will not be considered. So it has to be reported within 1 year. Subject matter of the complaint is pending for disposal, has already been dealt with any other forum. So if any other court of law is listening, Consumer Act court is listening, they will not be able to file a complaint here in Ombudsman. Complaint is frivolous and vexatious. Institution's complaint against is not covered under the scheme. So there's a Schedule 8 which defines what all services are there in Ombudsman schemes. The Schedule 8 of the Ombudsman scheme. Kindly read that whenever you get a time. Subject matter of complaint is not within the ambit of the Banking Ombudsman. If amount to be paid by the bank to the complainant by way of compensation loss suffered by the bank or 20 lakhs, whichever is lower. Now this limit has been enhanced to 20 lakhs. Bank's ombudsman may award compensation not exceeding rupees 1 lakh to the complainant only in case of complaints related to credit card operations for mental agony and harassment. Consumer Protection Act 1986. It is an act of the Parliament passed in 86 to protect the interests of the consumers. So customers that we are dealing are also consumers, right? They are having services from it. So objectives of Consumer Protection Act, COSPA, is to promote and protect rights of the consumer, such as right to protect against marketing of goods services which are hazardous to life and property, right to be informed about the quality, quantity, potency, purity, standard and price of goods, right to be assured wherever possible, right access to various goods and services, right to be heard and be assured of the consumer's interests will receive due consideration, right to seek redressal against unfair trade practices or registered trade practices or unscrupulous exploitation of consumers, the right to consumer education. This is all part of consumer protection. Consumer Protection Council are established at a national, state and district level, right? So it has a chairman, then state level also we have chairman and various consumer members are there. And there should be meeting between every year, not less than 2 meetings between every year, right? Consumer Protection Act. So state government protection, consumer protection is headed by the minister of in charge of consumer affairs in the state government. Consumer Dispute Redressal Agencies, DCDRF, right? As also known as district forest of the state government in each district of the state. The state government may establish more than one direct state farm in a district. Cases dealing up to 20 lakhs, right? RTI 2005 empowers every citizen to seek information from public authority, making more accountable and responsible. Mandates timely response, obligations under right to RTI Act is how to apply for information on RTI Act, how to send applications, charges for receiving and the application, right? To whom send submit appeal, to whom send submit a mail, making appeal to Central Information Commission, CIC. Under provision of this Act, any citizen may request information from the public authority, body of government, or instrumentally state to computerize their records, and they are to be preserved for 10 years at least, and to proactively publish certain categories of information that citizens need minimum resources to request for information formally. The Act increases transparency and greater accountability in the functioning of the government, has played a significant role in reducing corruption. So it promotes senior-centric approach to development and helped in increasing efficiency of public schemes provided by the government. Bcsbi, that is again Banking Codes and Standards Board of India. This is again a self-regulatory authority promoted by RBI, and all the member banks are member of it. Bcsbi is an independent and autonomous institution to monitor, ensure that banking codes and standards adopted by the bank are adhered to the true spirit while delivering their services. Right? So what are the key commitments? To act fairly and reasonably in all dealings, to help customers to understand how financial product services work, to help customers use their accounts and services, to deal quickly, sympathetically without things that go wrong, to treat all customers' personal information as private and confidential, to adopt and practice a non-discriminatory policy, to publicize the code. So more or less, what all services are covered: deposit accounts, check debit instruments, remittances, credit card, clearing cycles, branch closures, lending, insurance, cash transactions, loan products, mobile credit counseling, guarantees, safe deposit lockers, direct debit, standing instructions, stop payment, foreign exchange services, general information, records of customer transactions. So Bcsbi covers all these, and Schedule 8 consists of all the activities that are covered by Standard Board of India. Banking Code Standard Board of India covers the following types of account and transaction: deposit, loans, ATM transaction, credit card transaction, right? FQUs are given in Bcsbi, right? So in this we have learned about Citizen Charter. Again, it is a commitment to the customers. Banking Ombudsman Scheme 2005. Then COSPA, Consumer Protection Act 1986. Consumer Protection Councils are established. Empowers Indian citizens to seek information from public authority, making them more accountable and responsible, mandatorily timely response. To monitor and ensure that banking code standards adopted by the bank are adhered to in its true spirit while delivering the services. So we discussed today Banking Ombudsman, Bcsbi, what is it all about, and all some few villages coming in between, right? So this is all part of it. Thank you.